what I like to say a facade, and we pretend to have great relationships and to be happy. And I'm not just talking about husband and wife, but I'm talking about even friendships. We pretend to be happy, and deep down inside we know that there's something lacking. Even in our friendships, even the people that you chose to sit at the table with, sometimes deep inside we're still yearning for a deeper commitment in a relationship, and we know that something is lacking. We know that we need more, but we feel embarrassed and we feel confused because we've been taught to put the best face forward, the best foot forward, and we don't want others to think that we're failing in what we really want. And what is that? A satisfying or satisfying relationships. People are great at tasks. Would you do this for me? Certainly. Would you do that for me? Certainly. Oh, we're great at tasks, but we are lousy at relationships. Because we just think some kind of way it's going to work out. I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to talk it out. We'll just say hi, good morning, and then it'll work out. No, it's not going to work out. In relationships, you've got to work it out. You've got to talk. You know, even in the husband and wife thing, the man calls it nagging. I call it reminding him. Isn't it wonderful how people want good marriages, but they don't want to put the time, and not just marriages, in relationships, they don't want to put the time in. So we must learn to take on the habits, and I think I put it on your handouts, the habits of winning relationships, and I believe I've shared that with you on that front page of your handouts. Love yourself, number one. And before we can get along with others, we must do what? Learn to get along with ourselves. Many people are not loving themselves or even liking themselves. Self-love, self-acceptance, and self-esteem. Loving ourselves does not involve pride, selfishness, or evil. When you love yourself, you want the best for you. And getting the best for you does not mean you dig down in the dirt to get it. No, no, no. It's a high thing. Number two, deposit treasure into others. We are to put value and esteem into other people. You know why? Because many people have been hurt. Even in this room, of course they're not going to tell you because they've got to be, you know, got it going on. Don't you want to be with me? So of course they cannot tell you the scars that they may be carrying. But many people, even in this room, have been scarred and hurt from childhood. So what must we do? Honor them. Honor them, love them, let them know how important they are and how they are valued. Let them know that they do matter. Because I'm a witness that if you put good things in people, good things will come back to you. Some people call it, what is it, karma? But I call it, because I'm a Christian, sowing and reaping. So it's called, you reap what you sow. So it's best to just sow some good things so that you'll get some good things. Okay? So here's another thing. Give your time and give your love. Sacrifice for others. There's a thing when you want real good relationship called self-denial. Self-denial. Give to others, and you watch that same spirit will come back to you. Number three, I may not have it in your order, but be genuine. Be genuine. Be genuine. Be genuine, however you pronounce it, but just be. Okay? Don't live behind masks. Be willing to reveal yourself. And a lot of people in this room are African Americans. And you have been taught, boo, not to do that. Y'all are some, what? Y'all are acting like, no, we weren't. Yes, you were. Oh, yeah, you were. You were taught, you want your life? Shut up. Don't say none of that. Be quiet. You're the lesser. No, you're not the lesser. And if there is something that's bothering you, how you make things right, you articulate, you communicate, you talk. Is everybody with me? And that's how you got to be you. You can't be anybody else. And it wouldn't be right to breathe in this air and let out this air and never live the life that you were supposed to live in the earth. You got to realize that you've never worked in the field. I don't believe, how many have ever worked in the field? Well, you've never worked in the slave fields, and you never wore slave clothes, and you never sung Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, right? So you do not have to be held down by all of those things that happened in the past. You've got a clear slate to be who you're supposed to be and enjoy life just being you. Cut off all of that other stuff and just enjoy being you. That's where I'm going. So be genuine. Don't live behind a mask. Be willing, thank you, to reveal the real you. Because, see, I'm going to tell you something. If you try to be someone else and people fall in love with that, when you finally make up your mind to be you, boo, everybody's going to scatter. Okay? So you got to learn to be you. Now, low revealers. I want to characterize this group. It's called low revealers. These are people who will not disclose their inner thoughts. They refuse to disclose their feelings. They refuse to even disclose the problems that they're having, even their joys. Some people will just, they will not even admit or show any kind of emotions because they're hiding behind a mask. And when you hide behind a mask, you live a life of loneliness. Loneliness is not the same as isolation. It's two different things. Loneliness is so different. Loneliness, you're walled in where no one sees who you really are. But when you're genuine and when you're authentic, then people can say, I like that and I want to be around that, or I don't like that and I refuse to be around that. But just be you. I did a presentation just recently, and that tape is really selling, and it's called You Be You, Boo, and I'll do me. Because whatever you can do, I'm going to applaud that if it's a good thing. But if, you know what, if I can be the best, just let me be the best me. I guarantee you can't whoop me. You hear me? And I told them that I'm not the first lady down the street that may just sit quietly with a beautiful hat on and the two children sitting beside her and say, now, quiet, and just sit politely. You know, I'm the first lady that's behind the podium sometimes with a lapel mic sometimes, and sometimes with a mic like this, and sometimes I get so excited about what I'm saying about the Lord, I kick my shoes off, and some people may not want to be a part of that kind of church, but I got a group that don't mind. And so the thing is that you just got to learn to be you and to be happy. Look at your neighbor and say, I'm comfortable in my skin. And I'm comfortable being me. Come on, say it, say it. Now here's the other thing, and somebody keep me in my timing. The next thing that I want to say, committing to others. You gotta rid, let me put it this way, we gotta rid ourselves of fears and rid ourselves of insecurities. Security is built by commitment. When you have somebody that's committed, you feel so secure. We must commit to those who have proven their commitment to us. Commitment is the thing that anchors a relationship. Commitment, though, has a price tag. Oh, you know, there are certain stores you go in. You're going to have to pay a little bit more. You understand? So when you talk about really deep depth commitment, oh yes, commitment has a price tag. Remember the conversation between the little pig and the chicken? And the chicken said, oh my God, look how that little farmer just struggling, poor thing. He haven't eaten in a long time. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to help him to have a little something to eat today. So let's have a nice breakfast for the little struggling farmer. So the pig said, okay. So the chicken said, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to donate a few eggs. And what you going to do? Why don't you do the bacon? So the pig said, oh Jesus. My pig sanctified. My pig said, Jesus. He said, now, you